Ondas, Jesseg, ChristopherHo, Nedwardgnap. This is the Fire to Open, Group C.
Hello, and welcome to the Fire to Open Group C. Very excited about this. With me, as almost always, is my co-host, Andrew. And not
Hey, guys.
So we have some minor issues with this, and that's fine. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the games. I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about it so I can fix this intro, or fix this screen, because this was the one thing I forgot to fix. Go ahead. Don't talk too much here.
Yeah, Group C here. We got Ondas, ChristopherHo, Nedwardgnap, and Jesseg.
Yes.
All of them rated expert except Nettie. Nettie is a 380 strong player. Chris and Nettie are in the same home group. They play games recently. Nettie introduced Christopher to Terra Mystica.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse has been playing for a long time now on Snellman and BGA as well, but mainly on Snellman. Ondas, he has played a ton of games on Board Game Arena. Very new to Fire and Ice, only played a few games on Fire and Ice, but very experienced on the base game. But ChristopherHo, he very quickly became a top player. Very, very good. He can play just as good as anybody in the world. Like, very good player.
Yeah, I agree. He is an incredibly, incredibly good player. So I'm very excited to see what happens with him in this particular day. I think it's going to be between him and Ondas to see who takes this group. So, but that's just my kind of prediction for how things go.
I agree with that. I think it's between Chris and Ondas.
But yeah, let's go ahead and look at some of the stats for this group. So, match history. When we talk about Nettie and ChristopherHo, right? They actually live in the same town. They went to watch the Group A together. So that reflects in their amount of games played together. 19-3 is how much ChristopherHo has beaten Nedward, even though Nedward introduced ChristopherHo to the game. Everything else is pretty to the line of our storylines. Ondas and ChristopherHo are pretty much the standards of the group. They're the tier 1 players, and I think it's between Jesse and Nedwardgnap who's going to get out of the group, or sorry, who's gonna get third in the group and not be able to have to requalify. When we look at the faction stats, honestly, it's a pretty standard mix of things. The only thing to note here, and I mentioned this in the preview, is that Nedward likes stronghold type factions. That's why witches, nomads, alchemists are in that lineup. And everything else looks pretty stock standard. It looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of witches today and a lot of brown factions, whether they're going to be cultists or halflings. So, with that being said, I think we are very, very close to starting up the game. Let me go ahead and pull everything up, and then if you want to, you can go ahead and tell the players that they can start up the game.
Yep, alright. Alright, game has started.
Beautiful. I'm very, very excited. How are you feeling about this game in particular?
As in, so if
as in game one.
Alright, so I think Ondas has the upper hand. He's extremely experienced on this map. Let me. He's played 1,011 games, and I would say at least 1,000 of them are on the base map.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that shows his inexperience on Fire and Ice. He's never played on Snellman. He doesn't like the async, which I understand. Async isn't really my jam either. But he's very good on base map. If I had to guess who was going to win this game, I would have to say I think it's Ondas here.
Yeah, I think.
But he's certainly played against top tier players, and is certainly able to lose.
Yeah, I think Ondas is definitely on the upswing for Group A, or for Game 1 at least. I think he should. And you said this before when you said that if he doesn't take Game 1, then he might as well. He's out, right?
Yeah, I think that if he doesn't win Game 1, that I don't think he's moving on.
That makes.
I think he gets
sense.
I think he gets a max 6 points if he doesn't win Game 1, like a second and a second.
Really? Who do you think is taking Group or Game 2 then?
Chris. I think he's very good at figuring out what factions are good and when. And I played a few games with him on Fire and Ice, and he did very well in all the games that I played with him.
Yeah, he's been really, really practicing hard for this particular day, or that particular match. So it makes sense that he is going to do really well in Game 2. So we see that Nomads are first pick.
I'm not surprised by this either. Chris has shown that he is a very, very good Nomads player, and I'm really glad to actually watch him play this game. And I'll actually really be paying a lot of attention to his game, because Nomads are definitely one of my weaker factions. Yeah, I mean, Temple round 1, Nomad's first seat probably means you open Temple Earth 1. Earth 1 seems very important as Nomads, because your economy is super strong, but you have no clear way to score that economy. Nothing on your player board helps you score it.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus tiles here, only 3 scoring bonus tiles. Nomads don't really ship early, so that's not really one. So it's going to be tough for them to score points if they don't get Earth 1 here.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, they're conceit 1. They're certainly getting Earth 1 unless they do something to give that up, because they have the tempo on it. So we see Darklings as the Dwarves as the second pick, and then Darklings as the third pick. Anything weird here for you, out of the ordinary?
No. Nettie was Nettie was trying to advocate for the dwarves on Fire and Ice. He played against Logus, Chris, and Claybo, I think, was the last guy, and he was just like, I'm gonna take him, and if I am within, I think he said a handful of points. And he said if I'm a handful of points away from the winner, that I'm just gonna snap pick dwarves, and that's what he did. So I didn't actually see the end of that game. I watched half of it and I had to leave, but I guess he played pretty well.
Yeah, I think dwarves are really good here too. I mean, I think the round scoring kind of makes dwarves a very reasonable choice. So you have round 4 stronghold, which is where you want to build your dwarf stronghold, and then right after that you're doing your dwellings, and then after that you're upgrading them to trading post.
Yeah, I will definitely say it's a very good dwarf setup, because you have this amazing trading house that gives 3 coins. You build that in round 2. You build a few dwellings. Round 3, maybe a tunnel once or twice. You dig. You score. You put down 3 or 4 dwellings. You then get a stronghold. You might just go sanctuary there, not a stronghold. Your stronghold isn't amazing. You're putting 4 workers and 6 coins into a thing that might give you. It depends on how much tunneling you've done, but it might give you anywhere from like 3 to 6 workers. Unless if you're just not competing for network, and then the last round you're just tunneling for 2 workers for 4 points and not doing anything else. But then you're building up a big building in round 4. Round 5, you're throwing out the rest of your dwellings, and round 6, you're just gonna build some trading houses. You're probably gonna have a nice economy. If you play it right, you probably get a nice economy. Compete well on network. The last faction was mermaids, so I don't see dwarves getting cut off and not being able to connect.
Yeah, this is mend with dwarves and instead of engineers. So
yep. So I wouldn't be surprised. Darklings being the favorite here. Christopher was actually saying how he thinks that Darklings starting C1, which I think all these players know to do. You start C1 and not double east. That Chris was saying nomads seem to be quite good in this setup because you tend to have mermaids starting E4, Darklings starting C1, and nomads are first seat this game. So you're going to be fed leech round 1. So Chris was saying how he actually thinks that nomads are quite good here.
So we're looking at this setup or at the bid so far. Ondas wasting no time throwing Darklings to 24.
Good man.
Good man. You know what? I always appreciate throwing the bids down by multiples, right? It's a risky strategy because it could theoretically come back to bite you. But at the end of the day,
this early, you're not going to be sad about that. If you're getting Darklings for 24, you're not excited. You're not sad about that at all.
No, not at all.
I'd be salivated if I had Darklings for 24.
Yeah, Darklings for 24 is great in this particular setup. Nomads are still on the table at 30. ChristopherHo goes ahead and takes it down to 23, so that 5-point bid was not wasted. So now it is on to Jesse to go ahead and pick a faction. Let's see what our stats are for these particular people with these factions. Right now, if we look at Dwarves for ChristopherHo, he has only gotten first place in his last 50 games. It's been 2 games, but that's no big deal. Darklings continue to go down. All these people are good with Darklings, as anybody at this caliber should be. If you aren't good with Darklings at this caliber, I don't know how you've gotten to this caliber, quite frankly.
I don't know. Darklings can be a tricky faction. I don't know. People thinking that double temple is good with Darklings, like I just don't believe it.
You are really harping hard on this double temple.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about this all day now. I feel
quite literally all day.
Quite literally all day. We had this argument today. Whether like how double temple is compared to just a sanctuary, and like I just the sanctuary is just so good.
Now I will say the only thing that I think is going to be interesting in this particular setup is that Nedward hasn't picked mermaids in the last 50 games. He hasn't had any practice in the past 50 games with them. So I think he's going to be staying away from mermaids as much as possible. We'll see if that comes into play, but that is an interesting idea as far as he goes. So let's see what else.
Some things that point out in the setup. We have stacked cults for both of them. Fire cult is said to be the worst cult because 4 power. Who really wants 4 power? I tend to think it's not as bad as people make it out to be. Like, you're still getting 4 power. 4 power isn't bad, but when you compare it to the other cult bonuses, that's when you realize how bad it is. But stacked water cults is pretty nice for mermaids. Mermaids start at step 2, so they don't even need this step, the 3 step, to get a spade from round 1. A priest in round 5 really doesn't do much. So overall, you're not going to get much economy from these cult bonuses, like priest to cult in round 1. How many priests are you going to be able to send in cult? Like 1 priest. Darklings can send a priest and then 3 power for a priest. So max 2 priest to cults unless you're doing 5 power for a priest. But there's no real reason with this setup, in my opinion, do 5 power for a priest, for a cult. So, cult bonuses aren't going to be amazing. Cults are mainly for points this game, other than the spade in round 2.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's see. Nomads continue to get bid down some more. We still haven't had any bids on mermaids or dwarves, so we'll see who is the next up on that bidding.
If I had to guess, probably mermaids next. I really like that they get and when I look at the setup, I think like this is a pretty nice scoring setup. You can score pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm looking at mermaids, I look at mermaids and I'm like, I get worker power. I upgrade first move. Everybody goes temple earth 1 second move. So I sit there and I get double dig. I get to open temple for fire 1 and 4 dwellings on the board at the end of round 1. Like I think I really like I think I like mermaids here.
Yeah, mermaids are having a nice time. I will agree with you on that one.
This track just looks really nice. You go temple and 4 dwellings. You then can build like 2 trading houses the next round. You can round 3 pick up the points per ship tile, increase your shipping twice. Mermaids have a nice long strand of 3 ship hexes. You can probably get 9 points on the pass tile. Build 4 dwellings for a nice amount of points. Go sanctuary in round 4 for water 1. I think I really like mermaids game.
Yeah. On that point, I also like dwarves game, so I don't think either of them are really bad.
I agree with that. That's definitely something to look at. One thing I will look at is when I look at these bonus tiles, what tile are dwarves getting? Dwarves get 4 coins in a cult. Now, usually I like 4 coins in a cult. But here, this cult step really isn't doing anything for them. So it's really just 4 coins. So actually, I guess dwarves in this game just take 6 coins, but 6 coins when they're gonna build a trading house in round 2, presumably, for their really nice trading house bonus. It might be coin overkill early game, whereas they really just need workers. They just need so many workers. Dwarves actually might be tempted to just take 3 power and temp ship or shipping points and try and get double dig in round 1. I don't think that would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's a little far fetched since mermaids can double dig first move.
Yeah. The other thing to look at with dwarves, and probably why they're going to be the 30 spot, is that of the 7 pass tiles that they can get, there are 2 of them that don't help them at all. So the ship bonus and the points for shipping, they don't have any shipping, so they're just not going to be able to ever get that. They'll get it, but they're going to get 3 power from it. That's it.
I tend to think that people put too much weight on those being in the game, but I'll say that in a game with both of them in the game, in a game where your only way to score points from the pass tiles is through trading houses and strongholds, trading house, stronghold, and sanctuary, in a game where you're dwarves and you're like, hey, I don't want too many trading houses on the board, I want worker income. Mm-hmm. And in a game where you're only going to probably build one of either your stronghold or sanctuary, you're just not able to score many points from your bonus tiles. And I think that is a big reason why I think dwarves should be going for 30 here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, Darkins are down to 10, 9. Are dwarves really only not only, but I don't know. Dwarves seem a little better than 21 points.
I'm not sure.
Although I was talking about Darkling's double temple being bad, but in this game it kind of makes a little sense with Stronghold Sanctuary in round 4. So unless if you have Stronghold Sanctuary in round 2, you probably do go double temple in this game.
What did I hear you say? Going
Double temple. I know. I said it. I said it. I said it.
I'm not sure how to react to this. I'm just not sure. Okay,
You know, now that I'm what?
Dwarves go 30.
Yeah,
Dwarves
I think
yeah.
Chris is wrong here.
Yeah, I do too. Then again, I would not be surprised if it was a 29-30, so it doesn't really matter.
If Chris baits him and immediately hops over to mermaids.
Yeah.
But like you're baiting for a point.
You know what? I've done it before. I've done it and regretted it afterwards, but I've done it.
Yeah, and people in chat saying they're snapping mermaids here if they are able to. Yeah. I don't know. It could be a big mistake from Chris if he gets stuck with them, I think.
Yeah. Jesse is looking at taking mermaids possibly. Let's see. Mermaids, one of his best factions, in fact. So if I was him, I'd be snapping them up right now. Nope.
Oh man, guess more on Darklings. Yeah, I don't know. I think Darklings are being overbid here.
Oh yeah.
Like they're easy to have good games with, but you know, if we're trying to win the game here, I think Darklings are being bid too much.
Yep.
Ondas is a very good mermaids player. I wouldn't be surprised if he took him here.
Yeah, I think some of the problems when it comes when it comes to bidding is that a lot of players tend to overemphasize what other players are bidding, if that makes sense. So they'll say, "Oh, this highly rated player is bidding down Darklings. They must be really, really good, right? They must be better than I'm thinking they even are."
We were actually talking about that today, where Logus would bid on a faction, and Daniel would be like, "Ooh, Logus thinks this faction is good. I'm gonna bid on that faction." And we got into this big old conversation about how like that's actually a thing. And when you look at arena games, you'll actually see that when you see like a top-rated arena player playing, and people see that and they'll just bid whatever they bid, which is it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird thing. But I can see why it happens, right? I get why it happens. It's just
he does it.
Yep.
Oh man.
And there we go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Ondas wins this.
Yeah,
like he got a steal.
Oh, he 100% got a steal. And honestly, I don't think it's that bad, right? I think both of them are I think both Chris and Ondas are in prime positions to win this game, and I don't mind it. I don't mind being at the same points level as a mermaids player with this setup. So Chris is gonna go in the center. Makes total sense.
Yeah, placements are probably gonna be all fairly standard.
Yes.
C1 Darklings, probably G4. Yeah. Either one of the East. The interesting debate is always like Northeast gets you more leech, but if you're trying to connect, it leaves you less options to connect. So sometimes you go Southeast instead of Northeast. You sacrifice a little leech, but you're trying to connect, which isn't unrealistic with dwarves in the game.
If you're okay, so never mind. Jesse's gonna go Southeast. Oh, this is an interesting placement from Ondas. We did not see the traditional west opener from mermaids.
Why would he go west?
Well, if you get double shovel, then you're gonna be able to get 4 dwellings down.
Yeah, but Darklings still have not a dwelling to place, and they could go C1 and just ruin your dreams.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair. I understand people ruining dreams. I think this is again one of those things that we have different in the way we play, which is I traditionally play for first and take big risk to see if I can get to first. And I feel like you're a little bit more conservative and going to be a lot more how can I put it? You're going to be a lot more standardized in your placements, right? So a lot less volatile in your placements compared to me.
I tend to just not try stupid things. You know what I'm saying?
It's you can call it stupid all you want to.
like just getting trapped in there. Honestly, I don't think it's miserable to start there. I tried it once. I don't know if you watched that game on the stream where I started in this matchup. It was actually the same factions. It was Darklings, Nomads, Mermaids, Dwarves. I started there, and then I could have won that game. I still remember it all, and it was so sad. And I just messed up the pass styles like a noob. But what you would do is you just feed tons of leech to yourself, and then you make like a little sanctuary town with the green and the black, and then you make a town with your typical like green, blue, black on the southwest. And then you connect with either like double digging this gray on the west or digging this green north. Assuming Darklings took the blue north. But I think it's got potential, even getting trapped in all.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Okay. So, bonus tiles, we have Darklings getting the double workers. We have Nomads getting... Interesting. Nomads are getting the shipping. Dwarves are getting the coins, like you mentioned, and then the Mermaids are getting the shipping, or getting the extra worker and power.
So I think Jesse might have been supposed to take the temp shipping over the workers. So this comes down to game plan, and what your game plan is. So I think Jesse has shown that he is he's not going for connection. So when he passes up on the temp shipping, you're leaving this to Nomads, and this is basically Nomads. This is Nomads' best option. One dig for 2 X's, securing your north. You're basically securing your third town. As you can see, his third dwelling is basically just a leech dwelling. It's literally just there to get leech when Mermaids and Dwarves upgrade. It's a nice little connector to the north and the south. Those 2 yellow hexes. So I really like this from Nomads, and I think Jesse's showing that he's not going to try too hard for connecting, and if it happens, it happens.
What do you think Nomads should do here? Should Nomads take Earth 1, or should they go ahead and do a double dig?
I think that he is supposed to take Earth 1. I don't see how he doesn't wheel a dig here, because Dwarves have no leech, so yeah, he's not able. He's like 100% gonna wheel a dig unless if Darklings. Oh, okay. Ooh, whoa. This is very wrong.
Ooh.
He didn't secure the North Brown hex. Ugh, that seems very wrong.
Yeah, that North Brown hex is very important, and he could have gotten the same amount of spades from it too, or the same amount of dwellings for it as well.
So I think I understand the reasoning behind double digging here, and it makes a lot of sense. Dwarves are very good with Earth 2. Dwarves tend to favor Earth 2 over Earth 1, but not thinking B2 seems awfully wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dwarves take Earth 1.
Yep, Dwarves take Earth 1.
So not only do Nomads not get Earth 1, Nomads don't secure their hexes for a town. 1 dig for 2 hexes. I think everything about this is wrong.
Yep, this is going to be a This is gonna be an uphill climb. This is definitely gonna be an uphill climb. But
It's kind of.
go ahead.
What was that?
Go ahead.
No. I think this kind of slows Ondas down. He gets Earth 1 now, but I'm not sure how much Earth 1 is necessary here. I think I would have preferred double dig.
Gotcha.
But mermaids are good with Earth 1. They have no inherent way to score, although they can ship a bunch and hit the shipping bonus.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, so let's look at everybody's taking Earth 1, so nomads are kind of left out in the cold on this one. They are going to be building some more dwellings before they take... I don't know what tile they take then, if they're not getting Earth 1, because nomads have a problem with the ability to score points. And that's the biggest problem they have. What do you think they should be taking if they're taking another favorite tile? It appears I may have lost my co-host. Until my co-host comes back, let's see. Let's go ahead and do some napkin math of my own. If I were to pick one, I would say maybe Fire 1. They are going to be behind on... Not behind on coins, but they are going to need coins at some point. So, Fire 1, not a bad idea. They could also take Water 1 now. They are going to be building some trading posts next round. Has my co-host returned? Not yet, but soon enough my co-host will. We're going to see if it's me causing the problems, and it is not. So, we'll continue talking aloud. Anyways, so we're now waiting on ChristopherHo to make a decision. He's now deciding if he wants to burn 4 for the shovel at this point. Oh, yep, and he does. Beautiful move. Very much enjoy that.
All right, I think I'm back.
Okay, I think you're back as well. We were just discussing what favorite tile Nomad should take. Right now, I am between I'm between Fire 1 and Water 1. And between those two, we will stand while our host, or our second host, gets his...
Yeah, I think I'm good now.
Okay, beautiful.
Internet was acting up pretty bad. All right.
Okay, this makes so much sense.
What have I missed?
You have missed very little. You have missed a dwelling, and you have
Ondas took Earth 1. Oh, man.
Ondas took Earth 1 as well.
Mm.
And we're debating what favorite tile Nedward should take.
Dude, I'm already back on Team Chris.
Really?
Ondas not getting any digs here. It seems very bad.
Really? Why is that the case?
Well, so maybe this is just a personal problem, but I feel like every time I don't get dwellings on the board round 1 with mermaids, I always do bad.
He's gonna take workers. And
he's gonna hard dig. Okay. This is a good rebound. All right, I kind of like this.
Yeah, it's a nice rebound.
He took worker power to hard dig and build a dwelling here. Certainly interesting, but I don't think it's bad. Although if he loses this green hex, the north central green hex, what C3?
Yeah.
That could be rough.
Yeah, but he couldn't really do that either. He needs to put down those 2 dwellings this round, so he needs to go south.
I agree. Yep.
So it is Fire 1 for nomads. This is I don't know how to put this. Okay, so here's the problem right now. nomads are going to get a bunch of stuff down, but not score any points. As par for the course for nomads.
Dwarves passing.
Yeah.
Interesting choice for him. I might be tempted to take a worker and a coin. Yep, he does.
Yeah.
Worker is just so important for dwarves.
Yep.
I'd be tempted to even just go Sanctuary Earth 2 next round, and hop on the Stronghold Sanctuary bonus if possible.
Sanctuary Earth 2. Okay. Tell me more about this. Tell me more of your reasoning behind this one.
I'm just a huge fan of Earth 2 for dwarves. They just need workers. When I look at what they're gonna do next round, I look and I'm just like, you have 5 workers, you've got 12 coins, you have no power, so you're not gonna be digging. So I just wonder what else you're gonna do that round. And Sanctuary Earth 2 gives you a bigger structure, so it's gonna help out for downs.
Okay.
It's gonna give you 4 points for if you get the Stronghold Sanctuary bonus. It's gonna give you a worker around, so it's almost like you're spending 4 workers and 6 coins into 5 workers. It gives you 2 power for cults.
Mhm.
So I mean, it gives you good stuff.
Yeah.
You can then have a quick pass into Stronghold Sanctuary bonus, but Chris needs to get power somehow. If he's not able to get digs, his game's over, I think.
Yeah, luckily dwarves have the nice ability to tunnel. So
Yeah,
it's not
this is true.
over for him if he can't get digs.
Yep.
And he has 4 places where he can tunnel to right away. So it's not a problem for him. Alternate idea, right, is he would go ahead and upgrade to a trading post. And then after that, pass for the Sanctuary Stronghold bonus tile, and then have a bunch of workers to be able to tunnel around next round. That saves him some workers. He still gets a ton of points for it. He actually gets more points than the Earth than taking the Sanctuary Stronghold with having built the Sanctuary last round, and he's going to be able to have more workers to be able to dig next round.
Let me fill you in on the chat happening in the game. So Chris saying that he really likes Neddy's opening and that he would have done the same. I don't think he would have dug in the same spots, but I think his meaning of that is that he would have still double dug instead of Earth 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ondas saying that he wanted Axe 6 and Fire 1 for mermaids. Very reasonable. I think if you want that so bad, you're supposed to do that first move. You had the power. And it seemed like the best opening for them.
Yep.
And Neddy said friend. Neddy said friend.
See, Nettie understands what this is about, and it's about friendship.
Dude, he got his pregame nugs.
He got his pregame nugs. And overall, Nettie's doing okay. I am interested in what's happening with Darklings here. They got 2 extra workers, but decided to put them on the cult tracks for the 3 cults instead of digging last round. I would have preferred at least one of them going to a dig that round, because otherwise you're starting with very little.
I really like the Priest of Water, but I think that Priest of Fire was supposed to be a dig.
Absolutely, and that's why.
Because now he just lost out on this brown hex. If he hadn't done that.
Yep.
And I think realistically, it costs you 1 dig. You double dig the green now. But the main thing is it hurts nomads. And the other thing is, like, what are you getting from this fire priest? You get 2 coins round 2. You get 4 power round 4.
Mm-hmm.
And you get 2 workers in round 5. But the cult bonuses just are so delayed, so late. Whereas you could just be getting one worker income every single round, starting in round one.
Yep.
I think that's better, as well as securing that hex, so that you can build more dwellings in round 3. So now he's limited by 1 priest in round 3, having to double dig the screen for 2 hexes instead of single digging it brown for 2 hexes. So I think not throwing that priest to fire was better and building a dwelling.
Mm-hmm. So we see,
but
Darkling's going to the sanctuary that round. Okay. And we're seeing a tunneling already.
Yep. Got the trading house tunnel. He's getting that worker income.
Yep.
He's gonna pass next move. This is kind of tricky. Dwarves are really banking on getting this stronghold sanctuary tile, I think.
Absolutely.
But Darklings could pass here for it.
Darklings could and probably should.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But really, are they really that upset if they don't get it? Because they can just get the worker and power.
That's a good point. Yeah, worker power is just as good for them. They need power so desperately.
Yep. And what I'm wondering is whether or not the upgrade from Ondas in the West was a move to specifically target Chris and not allow him to get any more leech, because he's been denied leech hard this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I also I think it might be a combination of that, as well as Ondas leaving himself open to a early town.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving yourself open to options is always quite nice.
Yeah. So next round, dwarves are gonna have 4 workers, and so 4 workers, and then 4 workers, 1 priest, and then 6 power in Bowl 2, along with 10 coins. Yeah, their coin game is, they have so many coins, but nowhere to use them.
So currently the players are divvying up cults.
Are they openly talking about this in chat?
They're divvying up. Darklings have claimed the fire cult. Mermaids have claimed water cult.
Mm-hmm.
The dwarves claimed earth cult. Then nomads claimed air cult.
Okay.
So now that we have cults all settled, we can focus on the game.
Yeah, cults are done.
Cults are claimed.
I'm really wondering if placing the priest on Earth was the correct move, and instead he could have saved that and then used that along with his priest next round to be able to double dig, or not double dig, to be able to double tunnel next round. But
I like priest to Earth. A 3-step gave you 2 power back. You're basically just gonna secure Earth cult. Ondas saying he misclicked on his priest. He thought he was passing there, but he accidentally took the priest, which honestly, like, I don't even know how you do that.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it either.
I don't know how you do that. But I guess when he so there is a way it can happen where when you click on a power action, you have to click the confirm button, and he might have been thinking that he might have clicked on it because he was thinking about taking it, and then went over, clicked the blue button that is usually pass but is now confirm, and boom, you have a priest instead of passing.
Is it really that big of a deal though? He gets to upgrade shipping twice. He has the ship bonus.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
And
I think this is A-okay for him.
he gets to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dwellings.
5
next
dwellings
Yeah.
this round. Yeah. Like, this isn't bad for him at all. But, yeah. Not what he meant to do, but he would probably just be doing that this round, so.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all for him.
Chris going even further on the Earth Cult. I think this is a move where, you know, you're still missing out on power, and you are getting 2 power from this move and hoping that someone builds next to you and feeds you.
Yeah, because he needs it so badly right now.
I think he's angling for a double dig this round. But Ondas is not building next to him. Darklings
Darklings are just refusing to build next to him.
The Darklings are being rude.
Yeah.
Just straight up rude.
Darklings being rude dudes. He may get pulled out by Nettie taking the double dig here and allowing him to take workers. So him taking the double dig, going to the middle brown hex. But actually, he has nowhere else to go. Nettie is taking single dig if he's taking any digs, because he doesn't have the ability to go anywhere.
Nettie can dig this central brown and this south brown.
The south brown. I forgot he had that building there. So yeah, he's gonna go double dig and do that. So now Christopher needs to figure out whether he is gambling on that happening or not. This is, again, and I'm gonna keep coming back to this. This is one of those first place or fourth place moves. This is one of those high risk, low or high reward moves.
I think Mermaids have this game all wrapped up, not gonna lie.
I do too.
Like, they're just gonna score so many points. Like, I don't see another person's game that's like, hey, I can win this. Like, dwarves aren't getting digs. Nomads aren't gonna score points. Darklings, I don't know. We're overbid, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, and Christopher just said in chat, I'm completely dead. Like, he realizes that he has 55 points right now, but it's gonna be tough for him to score points. This is the exact situation of why I think dwarves should have been at least a 10-point handicap on mermaids, maybe even 15.
Yep, but here comes the bailout.
Oh man.
Here comes the bailout fund.
Oh, Christopher losing his first points to Leech here.
Yep.
Gotta love when you just have all the points.
In round 3, no less.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesse, is he taking the 2 Cult Town? I wouldn't be surprised. 2 Cult Town, Priest of Fire, Lock Up Fire. Yeah, yep. He does it. I actually gotta like this game from Jesse. He's gonna score some nice cult points. Get some nice rewards. 8 power. He can now take the 7 coin action with this 4 power.
Mm-hmm.
He can send a Priest of Fire, get 4 power, 2 workers. Or I guess 1 extra worker. 4 power, 1 worker. Next round, throw a Priest of Water. And get 2 priests in round 5, which priests on round 5 are bad for every faction except Darklings. Well, I guess Fakirs are pretty good, but yeah. Yeah, Jesse's game isn't awful. I just think Mermaids are just miles ahead of everybody else.
Yeah. And it's mainly because they have nobody trying to stop them. So Darklings are over in their corner of the world, not paying attention to a single thing Mermaids are doing. And dwarves really aren't in a position to stop them either. So it's very difficult to do anything about this. And traditionally, and this is the nice thing about the Darklings, Mermaids, relationship on this map is traditionally they don't fight at all. They have different objectives on this map, so it's kind of a scenario where it's not even that big of a deal. But especially right now, it's a very much not big deal. Interesting, we see Chris passing here.
First move double dig incoming.
Yeah, I assume he's doing first move double dig next round. What are your thoughts on that rather than doing the double dig last round? Or the single dig this upcoming round?
I like it better. You're much more efficient. You miss out on 2 points for the dwelling round. But I think double dig is much, much, much better than a single dig.
Mm-hmm.
The other big thing is he's got 2 central hexes under contest. This green hex, assuming nomads build their stronghold next round, is going to be under attack from nomads, and this green hex has always been under threat from mermaids. So getting both of these in a turn is going to be very good for him.
Yep. Okay, so we see what we expected from mermaids. They're building, and they're going to continue to build for all of time. Now, is Ondas going to put the nail in the coffin and single dig this great in here? So I think that secures them just the win.
No, I mean, I honestly don't think dwarves are fighting for second. I think darklings are the ones fighting for second. Jesse just took the 7 coins action, but I think mermaids, if they could have, or would have, or should have been able to take the 7 coins action.
Yeah.
Because when I look at their board, they're about to build 2 more dwellings. They're going to be a max dwelling production, 8 workers, but you're going to be producing 2 coins. Like, he needs coins desperately. Now, who's going to take coins next round? I don't know. Darklings get 4 power, plus they get 1 power from their trading house. They're 1 power short. If they pass here for worker power, they get 7 coins action. Oh, they pass here for temp ship. That's also a 7 coins action if they want it. So, and I don't see a reason why they don't take 7 coins next round. So, I don't know. Ondas looks like he might be coin starved.
Yep. Oh nope, he gets the 6 coin, or he gets one of the coin pass tiles.
Yep.
So
that's very good for him.
Yeah, not coin starved at all.
I mean, I guess comparatively to his dwelling or his worker production, he's coin starved. Like,
yeah,
he's not like coin starved where like you have 0, but he has so many workers.
Yeah, it is. Let's see what is going on. So I'm interested in this first move from Chris. I assume we're going to see that double dig.
Green, center.
Yep.
Quote me. Do you see a way that Ondas loses this game? Like, it's whoa, hold up.
What?
Sanctuary first move.
I am remarkably interested in this move.
I guess nobody can take double dig. He's securing water 1, but I think you got to secure your hexes here.
Yeah, I guess yeah, that's the big problem. But okay, but realistically, let's look at this, right? If are mermaids really gonna hard dig that green?
I was wrong. There was a water 1 rush. Apparently, I wouldn't be surprised if VR dug it.
And if they do, are you really that sad about it? Because you can just bridge over to the other to the gray.
Well, it's more for connecting purposes.
They're gonna.
Oh, you're saying for dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a bridge is very inefficient. But yeah, sanctuary for water one. Yeah, that was fine.
Turns out it's
I
correct
take
move.
back what I said. Yeah. Nobody wanted his hexes, and Ondas is sad because he didn't get 7 coins or a water one. Oh man, Kurt's not taking that green.
He
he's floating. He's floating that hex. Like
Yeah.
nobody wants it. I mean, there's actually like so many hexes he needs to secure. Like this blue south that connects him. That's pretty important. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why this green on the east is important. I don't see who's taking that hex.
The green. Yeah, I don't see who's taking the green on the east either. Yeah, it's just it's a difficult situation he's in, and he's unable to do the opener we talked about at the start, which was taking the the stronghold this round. But it is what it is. They're
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get 0 leech until basically round 4, like he was offered leech in round 3, but he's not able to use it until round 4 since he was already passed. So it's basically round 4 leech. When you're not able to get any leech until round 4, like you've already lost the game, almost certainly.
Yep, and that's the problem.
And like when you look at the factions in this game, I'm not surprised that it happened. So yeah, I just don't think dwarves were on the same level as mermaids. Mermaids made out like a bandit.
Yep. But that's kind of Terra Mystica. You often lose games based on the opener, and that's just how games go.
Yeah, some games can definitely be like that. Yeah, Nettie, as I was saying early in the game, I didn't see a way that Nettie scored points, and he's sitting over here with 16 points.
Yep.
I think taking that double dig was wrong. Instead of securing Earth 1, he almost certainly would have wheeled a dig. What's really funny is B2, what we were talking about as like this important hex, just nobody cares about. This brown hex north.
Yep. Nobody cares about that hex.
Nobody cares. That hex is bad, apparently.
No, it's not.
It's not bad at all.
Don't you talk bad about my hex.
Your hex?
That's my
hex. Who made that your hex?
No, it's my hex.
What if I want it to be my hex?
Well, too bad.
Oh.
All I'm saying it's too bad. Okay. So we see Nettie taking. Did he take the priest? No. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Jesse with that. Jesse with the dwelling.
Interesting. This is a really. Is he? Okay, so he has.
Oh, he's connected.
2 shipping right now. Yeah, I guess he's gonna try and connect.
I mean, that really hurt Nettie. He now has to rethink all of his town plans.
Yep.
He now has to get a sanctuary in the center. He has to get a stronghold to sandstorm this gray in the east, or sorry, the west. Mm-hmm. And he still needs to figure out what he's doing in the south. I don't think anyone's taking really any of these hexes. I guess the green hex is Chris's, but mainly those southern hexes are his. Unless if mermaids wanted to mess with him, which mermaids could break through this black hex, because then he also gets his blue hex southeast.
Yeah, I think this green hex is potentially the most under fire hex in this entire game. It's it is the one way that dwarves can connect, and if it gets dug, it's just what does he do? Like, besides just not connect?
Well, to be fair, he might be just getting a lasting connection anyways. Assuming Darklings connect, they're gonna have a better network. Nomad's economy is insane. They're gonna have a better network.
Yep.
Mermaid secured all their home terrains. I don't see how they don't have a better network. Their economy is pretty good. Whereas dwarves, what do they have? Got a few dwellings on the board. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if connecting's a main thing Chris is looking at right now.
That's fair. So he goes for 6 coins. Doesn't seem to be missing coins as his big thing. But I guess, no, he needs 6 workers. So the extra worker isn't doing a lot for him. That makes sense. I guess the coins.
I think power could be important. Honestly, an interesting thought here is taking the shipping points past tile.
Really? Denies it from mermaids.
Deny mermaids it, then you probably get the leech to double dig. Let's see. He just got a bunch of leech from Jesseg. All right, it looks like people are gonna feed him this round. That he'll be able to take double dig next round anyways, which is pretty good for him.
Yep. He'll at least be able to take single dig, if not double dig. And then mermaids are going to go ahead and take this pass tile. And yep, that pretty much, I think, secures them the game.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like he's going to get double dig first, or sorry, not double dig, 7 coins first action. And from here, he just has a nice 2-town. He has a simple 2-town game, scores nice points off of this pass tile. Like I was saying earlier, Ondas, very good mermaids player. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna mess this up.
Yeah, there are ways to throw this game, but I don't think he's going to do it.
Like losing internet, or falling asleep for no good reason.
Yeah, there are getting hit by an asteroid.
Getting hit by an asteroid. Very logical explanation of how Ondas could lose this game.
Yep. Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, you and me both. Like when lightning strikes.
It strikes Ondas' house.
Internet goes out.
Yeah, if his internet goes out, we're in a different situation. We're living in a different world than we were before.
Oh, Chris could win this game if his internet goes out.
Yeah, that's fair. But let's not go too. Let's not hope for any technical difficulties from players. Our hope is for everyone to have a good time. And for people to enjoy themselves. And that's all we can do in this world.
All I know is I think Nettie is getting last. Like dead last.
Oh, Nettie's getting the deadest of last.
Well, actually, we were talking earlier. We played a Fire and Ice game, and Nerdcube was playing, and he was saying how nomads are kind of like you can score 150 with them, or you can score like sub 100 with them. And this is going to be one of those games that you're sub 100 with nomads. Things can just go awful.
Yeah, I think nomads are such a weird faction because Snellman constantly told me nomads were my best faction, and I can't tell you why or how. There's a temple, okay. All right, so now he's going to get another trading post. That's fine. So he's got 2 scoring favors,
Temple.
which is...
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But, so he builds another trading house. Or he's going to... what is he going to do? So he's going to go Sanctuary Center for Fire 2. Oh, man, first Fire 2, though. He might be able to get a win just off first Fire 2.
Well, let's not oversell.
Don't quote me, but first Fire 2. Anybody have the stats on first Fire 2? First Fire 2 with no econ favor wins like 100. Or sorry, with no Earth 1 wins like 100% of the games.
Let's not oversell how good Fire 2 is. Those stats are about to be broken right now.
They're about to be broken 100%.
He's got trading post scoring next round, so it's not bad. It's just not great.
It's pretty bad.
Okay, fine.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. This man's at 30 points.
I'm not lying to you. Okay, I'm not lying to you. Never would lie to you. Okay, so are we gonna? We should be seeing double dig, correct? He's gonna double dig.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he's
There.
connecting. Oh
I mean, he should be connecting. Yep. There we go. There we go.
man, he's still just floating this green hex center. Like it's just gonna cost you a bridge. I don't. It's making me cringe a little because my play style tends to be if there's a hex that I want to be mine, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna prioritize that hex.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see why he's digging these other hexes that aren't as important. Like you could get bridge blocked in the last round, although I don't think that's gonna happen because I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's in contention to win the game.
So I can tell you this much, right? I agree with you only on this particular instance because it doesn't matter for him. He has the same amount of workers, so what he would be doing is very much the same. He would be building a building, and then actually no, it does matter a little bit here. He's gonna get he only gets 2 dwellings. Never mind. He's only gonna get 2 dwellings. But I guess he gets 2 dwellings and a trading post, which doesn't matter for him either. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you on this one. I've changed my mind. You've changed my mind. I'm with you.
Good.
This is the problem. This
I'm
is a problem.
I'm happy for you.
I think in this particular round it's a problem because the following, right? So he is going to this is a tough one. He takes that power too.
Yeah.
And there's fire 2 and coins.
Oh, coin town. Oh man, that's really bad. You have this massive economy, right? You have this massive economy, no points, and then you take the coin town.
Yep.
Oh, that's just like that hurts the soul.
That's good crumbles. Okay. So anyways. So he's gonna be building 2 buildings, right? He is going to take. He could have tunneled with the same amount of workers to that place and gotten 4 extra points for this to the north, the northeast, and then also taken that green hex. So, because you're right, that red hex was not under contention at all. Nobody wanted that red hex.
Yeah.
But such is life. That's how things happen, and here we go.
Let's see. Does Jesse build a town this round? Wow. Jesse not going for that yellow hex this turn. I feel like if I'm Jesse, I am double digging this yellow hex, this move, the north B4, and putting pressure on Ondas, saying, "Hey, you can have this black hex, you can hard dig it, or you can let me have it. But you're making your decision this next move. So you don't have time to wait for Leech to take a dig action. You don't have time to do anything. You have to decide right now, are you taking this hex or not?" I feel like that's what I'd be doing.
Another coin town is taken. Oh god.
Oh man.
Oh,
Ryan, if you're out there, I know you're cringing at this.
And I am sorry to you. But this is not great. You have an economy that is bonkers, and you're not getting a 4th town. There's no 4th town I'm looking at. I'm saying. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not seeing a 4th town.
There is 0 chance for a 4th town. Like literally not a chance. Okay, wait, there is a chance, but like it's just not gonna happen. It doesn't have the digs.
Yeah. I think if I'm Jesse here, I can see the reason why he wouldn't be doing the double dig right now, right? So if he says to everyone, if for instance Ondas miscalculates or says maybe he isn't going that route, then perhaps it's a different story, and Ondas miscalculates and he's able to sneak it in after Ondas passes. That's my
fair. That's fair, yeah.
So you can threaten it and throw it in his face right now, or you can say, you know what? We'll wait for a second.
Yeah, because he could like take a priest here and then dig a brown hex, don't build on it, then build on it, then build a trading house, form a town, get a priest town, and then just throw that priest to a random dig. Just basically just stall Ondas out and be like, hey, you haven't taken that hex, it's mine now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very reasonable.
I'm telling you, at some points I am good at this game.
Sometimes. Not in that game you showed of that Giants in Fjords.
Oh my god, that Fjords game! I legitimately.
What even happened? So you're Giants. You have a stronghold not next to anybody. Your other dwelling wasn't next to anybody, and you had to use your stronghold ability to build next to each other. What happened?
So yeah, so here is my experience of Fjords, right? So Fjords is a map that I played 2 years ago, I think, when it was being released and being tested, right? And it was a fine time. I enjoyed Fjords, and then I stopped playing on it because I was doing other things, and I was doing TM Tour stuff. So I joined Fjords because I was like, it's fine. It'll be a good time, right? And I don't know anything. And I remember hearing Red's good on Fjords, right? And maybe I'm wrong.
Red's fairly good. Yeah.
Okay. So I couldn't pick Chaos Magician, so I said, oh, we'll just play Giants. That sounds like a good time.
That right? TM Tour game's getting to your head.
I didn't play, or I didn't pick. I was fourth seat. I didn't go next to anyone because I figured they'd go next to me. And then I built the stronghold next to no one, except I had an out, right? And I'll tell you where this Giants game went really wrong, right? And this is, again, I'm gonna harp on this forever, right? But this is the statement of first or last, right? I had 8 power in my bowl, in bowl 2. And it was witches up next, and there were 2 places witches could have placed next to me. And Bowser Hugs, if you're listening to this, thanks, friend, because this is what happened. So I have 8 power in my bowl. He's up next, right after me, right? So my options are as follows, right? I can take 7 coins, be very cautious about things, and play for a second or third or whatever, right? Or I can do the risky move and take workers. So I do that because then I didn't have a stronghold at that point. I had no dwellings at that point. Or I had only dwellings, right? So I needed somebody to place next to me. So if somebody places next to me, then I'm fine. I get to upgrade cheaply. I get to build a second structure. I get to build on the building, or build on the thing I'm shoveling that round. It's a not terrible time. But he built somewhere else, and my game went downhill. It went so far downhill that I can't even begin to tell you how far it was downhill. Now, I think that 7 coins should have taken anyway, and I shouldn't have worried about building so much. But that's what ended up happening. That's how that went down. Back to this game, though, because this is the important thing we're doing right now. So, dwarves go ahead and pass first, taking the bonus tile. That's the only bonus tile. Well, they could have taken the trading post one, but are they really getting that? I don't think so. I don't think they can outlast them. So they're going to get 7 coins, and they're going to get the workers next round. They're up for a really, really nice round 2 or round 6. Mermaids, while we're having this discussion, did take that black hex. Great job for them. They they saw that coming, so it seems reasonable.
Didn't get struck with a meteor.
They did not get struck with a meteor, no. And then they're also going to build this blue hex, and then get a priest, and then upgrade shipping, and then pass for 18 points. This game could not be more in the bag.
I fully agree. And it looks like it's Mermaids, Darklings, Dwarves, Nomads.
No, I think it's Mermaids, Dwarves, Darklings, Nomads.
You think Dwarves are going to beat Darklings? Darklings have 1 town coming, Dwarves have 2. I look at the cults. They're pretty even on the cults. But Darkling's just going to like smash out their priests to 2 points apiece. They're going to get a high point town here. They're going to get network points. They are going to look how many resources they're getting. So Chris is going to be held back by coins. It's going to have 10 workers, 12 coins. Darklings are actually also facing that same problem.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure if Darklings get a bonus tile.
Chris is gonna go ahead, and Chris is going to get the 7 coins action as well.
He might just dig.
He might just
dig. He has to get this town somehow in here.
Yeah, he does. But I think this is where the not taking that hex is going to come back to bite him.
But I agree. I didn't see a need for him to connect. He's getting last in network. Assuming Darklings don't mess it up and connects. We saw Bamboo Mouse in the second game of Group B not connect.
Yep. And that happens, but well, okay, I say it happens, but it only happened once. I also didn't connect accidentally in the MSO second heat that would have put me in the finals table. So overall, is what it is. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
For the most part, it doesn't. Sometimes it does. And then you're really sad because you're just like, I just lost a lot of points.
Yep.
I know async games, sometimes you just lose your train of thought. You send your last priest to cult and you come back and you're like, why did I lose this game? And you're just like, oh, wait, I'm not connected.
See, okay, you say that, but async games, I think, in general, do not do that because async games hold your hand at the last round. That's my major problem with async games.
For me, I'm just like, oh, I forget what I'm doing. What am I doing again? Like, I just forget, and I do the first thing that comes to mind. The first thing that comes to mind often in the late game is just like, hey, chuck this priest to cult.
Yeah, so here's the thing about that though. When you're on Snellman at the end of the game, it's like, okay, you're gonna get this many points from this thing and this many points from this thing, and everybody's victory points are the same, and or this, and everything smiles, right? So, which to be fair, people would calculate it out anyway in the top ranks. So overall, just saves people time. At the end of the day, it's just saving people time. So we are looking at, now that my async rant is off, let's go ahead and look at he didn't upgrade shipping. He took the one cult step town. I think that is a mistake. Unless he is going for... What else is he going for? I guess he's going for upgrading to a stronghold in the last round?
Well, let's just think about the math comparatively. So a ship town is 4 points on the ship town, 5 points for increased shipping, that's 9, plus 3 points for the bonus tile, it's 12 points. The 8-point town is worth 8 points, plus however many points you gain on cults. Look at this tight race at the bottom of the cult tracks for 2 points and 4 points.
That's fair.
It's kind of like, you're gambling for a few points here, but you're also gambling for other people to lose points here. So I don't think it's necessarily wrong, but I think I'd take a sure 12 points.
Yeah. He is going to be mildly coin poor next. No, he's not. He's got 6 coins. What is this man doing? He had plenty of time, or he had plenty of ways to do it.
Now, what he even could have done was take a priest town.
Yeah, take a
shipping that way.
That was my thought process. Take a priest town.
That leaves
with
like no coins next round. That's probably not as good.
He would have 10 coins available next round. because he's got 6 from this bonus tile, and then 4 from his trading post. I think it's plenty enough points.
Yeah.
And it gives him how many extra points? It gave him 3 extra points that round, and the possibility to do a gives him the possibility to do I've lost my train of thought here. Audience, my apologies. Train of thought's gone.
I'll swoop in and save you. When I look at the board,
Yeah.
mermaids need 5 shipping to connect if they don't get C3. So just more reason to just do it this round to get 3 bonus points.
Yep. Now, the one thing that does save them a little bit is they do get 2 priests from the water track bonus for taking that 1 up on every cult. Is that big a deal? I don't think so, but it is nice.
I don't either, no.
Oh, this is interesting. I don't think Jesse's going for connection. No, he will. He'll just triple dig this green hex. This is an interesting line of moves. I'm wondering if he's gonna get lost in this town. Because often players do this, where they just get lost in the town. ChristopherHo risking it all for the bridge.
Hey, all for the coins.
Yeah. He's risking that bridge, and I don't think anyone cares about it, so I don't think it's gonna come back to bite him. But he is making a risk here.
100%. But honestly, he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah. He needs a win hard here. He already is going to beat Nedward, so is that really that big of a deal? It's more of him fighting Jesse for second.
Man, Ondas is killing me today. I think last week he was saying about how Shiptown's the best town, just always take it. And he always says about how Earth 1's bad. And now here he is, doesn't take a Shiptown, takes Earth 1.
Yeah.
Man, going against everything he knew about Terra Mystica.
I think honestly, sometimes those kind of things happen. Whenever you're up on the big stage like this, whenever you're up in because at this point, Fire 2 Open is the major for live play, right? There is no other live play tournament, right? So when you're up on a big stage like this, you fall back to the habits that you hot take aren't good, right? That is one of the classic things that you can say something's bad until you get up on a stage, and then things all of a sudden become good that were bad 5 minutes ago. So we'll see how he defends this in a post-game interview if he takes first place in the group.
Oh yeah, I gotta ask him about this. Both of these.
Yep.
It's a letdown. It really is.
Taking the ship down, oddly enough.
14 points from your towns when you're big econ.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's not going to break 100, is he?
No, I don't think he's going to break 100.
I don't think he's going to break 100.
This is just bad. This is just really bad.
Oof.
What else is he doing?
Oh, Jesse with a massive mistake from Jesse, and that could come back and bite him. Building a dwelling, triple digging this red hex with no dwellings left on this board.
If I'm Ondas, I'm just taking that dwelling and saying thank you. He can't.
Well, the other thought is he wants a neighbor there for 3 coins.
Yeah, I guess he actually can't do that because he doesn't have the dwelling either. But
that's funny. That is funny too.
No, he has the tempo on him. He can do it.
Oh yeah, he can. Oh, this is funny. Oh, does he do it?
I think he does.
Well, I think honestly, I think you might play politics here.
Yeah,
If Ondas is killing this game, if I'm him, I might just be like, I'll be nice to you this game.
that's fair. Okay, so let's look at it this way. In the grand scope of things, right? Do you feel like does he feel like Jesse is the better player? Because if he doesn't feel like Jesse is the better player, he'll want him to come in second. So
Well, the other thought is, does Jesse come in second anyways? Whether he gets this hex or not.
Okay, that's fair. I don't think the answer is yes, actually. I think the answer is no to that question. So
I don't really know how many points Chris is gonna get. He could get a lot of points this round. I'm not. Let's see. Water 1, he can build 3 trading houses. That's 6, 12, 18 points. 2 towns. He's gonna get big towns. Let's guess 17 points from that. So 29. Okay, Chris is gonna get a lot of points this round.
Yeah, Chris is gonna get a lot of points this round.
I think he's gonna tunnel 3 times. Yeah, Chris. Okay, I see it. Chris might be beating Jesse right now, and it's okay. And to that point, I would be saying Chris is a better player.
So I would hand it to him.
I would let Jesse have it. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see.
But that's one of those interesting things that happens with this particular format is you're trying to not just come in first, but also try and make sure that you come in first in the group. And how do you do that in these particular circumstances, in these particular situations? I think Ondas has taken a moment to think about this and saying, does he take this hex from him? Does he punish the bad move? Because I think in his heart of hearts, he wants to punish the bad move.
Well, I would want to, but I think not doing it might be better. I think just letting Jesse have it might be the better move.
Yep.
Oh, he said blocking time in chat.
Oh no. If that's the case, then he's taking this black hex. We all sit and wait. With bated breath.
Just like with great anticipation.
Oh, we're all anticipating this move right now. We're all just waiting on it to happen. Because the implications of it are huge. Darklings have no way to connect. Yep. Here it goes.
He did it.
I think this is okay. So this is a perfect example of a move that says I don't think Ondas wins this entire tournament. Right? And this isn't to say Ondas is a bad player, right? I think he's a very good player. But I think the problem is that he doesn't think of this format in the way that others do. Especially people like Nerdcube who have taken that knowledge and said, I'm going to do it this specific way because this is what this tournament is all about, right? It's not about who comes in first. It's about who comes in first in each game. It's about who comes in first overall.
Yep. I agree. I think you're not only saying, hey, Jesse, I want you to have second this game. I also want you to know that I let you off the hook here, and I want you to remember that for next game.
Yep. But if that one move comes back to bite him, it's gonna be an interesting time. Because that could be the move that sends Chris to the finals. Which is interesting to say that one person, two people's interactions could send another to the finals. And I think that's one of the weirder parts of this format.
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely see how this game ends up. I'm still not 100% sure Jesse's out of this with that, or for second place, the second place sweepstakes that are going on right now. Since Ondas has had this wrapped up since round 3. But we'll see.
Ondas has had this wrapped up in a bow since round 3.
Oh, such a big bow. Like a big red bow. That you put on like the biggest present. It's kind of like the bow in the car commercials.
Oh yeah, that's fun fact. Those bows do exist, but they're traditionally very hard to find and very expensive.
I believe it. They're massive. Like,
Yeah.
who makes these things?
So they're specially made for dealerships. They're also magnetic.
Ooh,
So
it's kind of cool.
you put them on a car. Traditionally, they're loaned out by the car dealership.
You're telling me I can put it on my fridge?
Yes, you could put one of those on your fridge.
I should look into this.
Yeah, I mean it's expensive, so maybe don't do that. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm spending all the money I get from this broadcasting game.
Yes, all the money that Fire to Open makes. I will, as of this tournament, as of right now, I'm gonna give you all of the money that Fire 2 has made so far, right now, and there you go. That transfer has been done. That's enough to buy nothing. But yeah, so let's look at this game and see how it's wrapping up. So we see Chris is about to build 2 more trading posts.
Oh man, Chris is gonna murder Jesse. Oh, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, I told you he is, and you didn't listen to me. You said no. This is
hats off to Chris though. Such a good game. Like, for the position he was in. Oh, this is so good from him.
Oh yeah, this was a mild gift from Ondas on a completely huge mistake from Jesse, but overall, this was definitely a showing from Chris.
I mean, that mistake from Jesse, it happens. It really does. It's happened to me before plenty of times. It's like when you're playing in real life, when you go to dig a hex and you're just like, oh wait, I don't have any dwellings on my board. So then you just like redo it real quick and then you do a different action. But when you're playing online, you can't undo that. And so, and your player board isn't right in front of you. You have to scroll down to see your player board. So, sometimes you can miss it, and it's very easy to miss. So it's understandable how he made that mistake. It's just tough. It really is tough.
Yeah, and for those of you who haven't played on Board Game Arena before, this is not what this looks like at all. This overlay is scrounged together from 20 different angles.
Oh no, this overlay is so good. Like, oh man, if I played with this overlay for every game I played, dude, I'd be like twice as good a player.
I intend on that. From now on, when I play Terra Mystica games, this is going on my second monitor.
I wouldn't blame you. I really wouldn't.
Because you can just see so much. I can't tell you how many games I've lost in Terra Mystica to saying, oh my god, I didn't realize this guy had 2 shipping.
Well, that's where whenever I'm looking at a hex that I know is in contention, I'm always, literally every move I'm scrolling down, like, where is this person shipping at? Is he contesting it yet? When do I have to take it? But, when you forget that for a second, you're just like, oh no, I just lost that, such a crucial hex.
And we see that Jesse isn't even going for that second town either. This is bad news bears.
Third town.
Yeah, the third town, correct. I think Jesse is one of those players that gets tilted very easily too, and I have a feeling this tilt is going to send him into he's going to need to calm this tilt down during the break, because if I'm him, I am the most tilted human being in the world right now.
Oh, I am too. I'm less tilted at Ondas for doing it, but more tilted at myself for making such a simple mistake.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. And that's the worst part is that it wasn't that somebody screwed you over and that it was just unfair to you. It was that you screwed up and you have to live with those consequences.
Yeah. I think personal mistakes, like mistakes that you could have prevented, that you made the mistake, are the hardest mistakes to deal with.
Absolutely. It is really, really difficult to work with. He's now trying to take Colts and trying as hard as he can to scrounge up any points he can. Yep. But it is really, really difficult for him right now.
Yeah. And now, looking at Chris is 10 points behind. He gets 6 points for a trading house, 6 points for a dwelling, 4 on the pass, 9 for a town. Like, yeah, it looks like Chris is going to make out like a bandit here and steal second.
Yep.
So we see that he's going to be taking. Let's see, what is he taking? Yep, he's going to go ahead and do that first. There's no reason for him not to. 6-point dwelling. 6-point trading post. This man's got it made.
What did he do? He tunneled last move. Yeah. Wonder if Darklings are supposed to single dig that.
Yeah.
He probably was. Like he's got a priest. What is he doing with that priest other than digging? He was probably supposed to just dig that.
Dig what? Dig the
the gray hex.
Oh.
The dwarves just hop to what H.
Yeah.
Eight.
Yeah, and this is one of those things where I think it's just tilt. This is just a tilt thing.
But yeah, as I was saying, this is like a beautifully played game from Chris in the position he was in. Like, he's not going to win. He's not going to be close to winning. None of these guys actually were. Like, mermaids were just so good here, and nobody bid on them, which I think that's a mistake by everybody at this table.
Mm-hmm.
But beautiful game, getting no lead early and still sneaking out second, or presumably second.
Yeah, I presume second is where I'm at on this one.
Huh. He just took a 2-worker action. Is he going to take... Oh. Huh. I think he trading house, 2-worker town, hard digs and builds a dwelling, no tunnel. And that ties him with Ondas on network?
That it would?
I feel like that has to be the play there with the 2-worker grab.
Yep.
And yeah, Darkling's just kind of wasting a dig over there off to the side instead of attacking the dwarves' dwelling. Or I should say gray hex.
Now, what I will say on this particular thing is that ChristopherHo has a mountain to climb right now, because not only does he need to come in first next game, but I think he presumably needs Ondas to come in third.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ondas came in third.
Neither would I. But the way the tiebreak works out is it's percent of first place's score. And as of right now, that percent is going to be massive.
Oh, yeah.
For this game.
Were your predictions right? Did you have Jesse third, Nettie fourth?
I think so.
Hey, look at this. And then, next game, Chris, Nettie, Ondas, Jesse. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened either. I actually looked at your predictions and I was like, I think these can be pretty accurate.
My predictions are always accurate. I don't know what you're talking about. My predictions are always accurate. People doubt them.
I doubt them. 100%.
Okay. I missed Logus getting out. But I only missed it.
You thought he was going to win both games.
I did. And I only missed him getting out because of a technicality, okay? You can't blame me for the technicalities that happen in this group, right? There's just...
Oh, he finally got that green. I'm so proud of him. I've been wanting him to get that green all game long.
All game long, you've been
literally all game long. He finally got it for me. Oh man, I'm so happy.
You could not have been more insistent on him getting that green.
Yeah, I really was. I was so insistent. Ugh. Yeah, Chris sneaks it out.
Chris does. Oh, does he? Yeah, he sneaks that by 1 point. Wow. And honestly, these scores aren't as divisive as I thought it was. I thought mermaids were going to be a lot bigger in the lead than they are right now. So, okay, 2 points.
2 points.
Yep. And here we go. This is the end of game 1. Any thoughts on game 1 before we go ahead and go into a break?
I'm looking to see if Jesse can rebound after this game. Chris getting that 2-point second place, or getting second place by 2 points. You getting your prediction right. If your predictions are right again, Chris moves on. Wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, good stuff all around this game.
Yeah, definitely good stuff all around this game. This game was a very, very interesting game, and I think will be one that that Ondas regrets if he does end up getting third in this next game, because Ondas was on the path to victory if he didn't take that hex from Jesse. So, anyways, with that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and go to a break, and we will be back in 5 minutes to go ahead and set up game 2. So, I will see you guys soon.